Alright guys, well I've put it off long enough where I kept saying I was going to do this game, and we're eventually finally going to do Master Duel. I really wanted to play Master Duel for a really long time, but there was a couple things keeping me from playing it. One was just because we didn't have all the cards we wanted to use in-game right now. Just for context, I absolutely love Yu-Gi-Oh! I grew up watching the anime. I'm definitely more of a fan of the OG anime growing up versus the new age stuff, obviously, since I'm a much older dude. I always used to love, you know, the Yugi and Kaiba's original decks, and me and my brother used to play with our friends, our neighborhood friends and schoolmates and stuff like that. We would always play Yu-Gi-Oh! With our friends. And I always gravitated towards the Dark Magician. I love playing the protagonist decks because I love putting my own little spin on them where and when I can. My brother, he always likes the Blue Eyes White Dragons decks because he always loves Kaiba's over-the-top dragon-type cards, which were always really cool as well. So we didn't want to record for this game until after we had our real-world decks in the game as they are now. But there were always a couple problems with that, just because Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel has had a really bad track record with releasing newer sets on time with the real-world counterparts as well. I think the most recent Yugi support decks, which is like now, I think it's called the Shining Sarcophagus archetype, is like just barely been added to this game in the last month or so. And I think Kaiba's new support archetype, the other antagonist in the game for his Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, like, his newest structure deck comes out in the beginning of next year. And it's probably going to be, like, by the end of the summer, or maybe even this time next year, before his structure deck gets added to this game for more Blue Eyes White Dragon support. So it's going to be kind of a longer wait for those cards to come out. So I always liked the Dark Magician, my brother always liked the Blue Eyes White Dragon, so up on screen right now is what I would have for my real-world IRL deck for playing with our Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Obviously, they're not super competitive. Me and him always used to play for fun. They're not 40-card decks, obviously, and a lot of those cards that are in my deck as of right now are definitely... They're either forbidden in this game, or even in private matches you cannot play with certain forbidden cards. Some of the cards in the deck are just flat out missing from the game right now because they're just not in the game at all. Or some of the cards are in the game, or I can't use them because I don't have the currencies to buy them. This game doesn't really cater to solo players, even though there's a solo mode. In order to, it says, uncover the stories behind certain cards in the game, like certain archetypal cards. So while there is, you know, a quote-unquote solo mode, it doesn't really give you a lot of currencies in order to buy those card packs. You really have to either buy the battle pass or play online in either ranked matches in order to earn those currencies, which, I mean, it's whatever. I've always been one of the people who always loved the solo experience. I'm not really a competitive person, especially in this game, where this game is super competitive, where you don't really see a lot of people playing, you know, 60-card decks, 15-card extra decks. You know, I'm not here to play for fun. I'm not here to play something super competitive. I just want to play for fun. Up on screen right now, too, is also going to be my brother's IRL deck as far as what he uses. And again, these are not supposed to be competitive decks. I don't need pointers as far as, like, well, I wouldn't have that card, or, oh, you actually should have this card instead of this card. I know, we've talked about it, me and him, but again, we just play for fun. His cards and my cards are very different as far as what we like to use for our cards. I pretty much built his deck, and he likes to play with it every now and then in order to, like, you know, keep up to date with the cards I add and take out. He's less into Yu-Gi-Oh! Now than I used to be, but I like to update his deck when I can, when new cards come out and new archetypal cards are released for both of our decks. And as time goes on, we just keep updating our decks back to back to back. If you guys want links to the cards that we use for our decks for whatever reason, they'll probably be in the description if you really wanted to see what our decks are like. Again, I'm not looking for feedback on the Master Duel Medal or whatever like that. This is going to be a very casual playthrough, not even a playthrough, just a casual series of videos, however many videos we plan on doing. I am not looking to have a super competitive deck of either archetype. We're just here for fun. It's all about having fun and less about winning the games. Other than that, let's jump in and actually show off what our cards are like now. Before the newest archetypal cards got added into the deck, or how do I explain this? So before the newest archetypal expansion for Yugi's cards were added to this game, our current deck, or our deck we had before the game came out, looked... you've acquired new cards that are among the cards that you didn't own in a deck. Put them in this deck. Not sure what that means. Anyways, this was the deck we were using up until the Shining Sarcophagus archetype was added to the game. It's kind of a combination of, you know, really... I mean, there's some meta cards in here, just from what you can see on the listings. Although, we did try to stick to what I would assume would be the spirit of his cards, of the protagonist cards from the original series, because obviously I love the original series for the anime. That's basically what I grew up with, so I wanted to kind of mirror his playstyle and try to, like, keep close to what he had at the time. So, obviously we got 3 copies of Dark Magician, Effect Veiler, Magician Souls, 2 copies of Magic Rebo, Fortress Warrior, a couple of aces, Necro Gardna, Magician's Rod, Skilled Dark Magician, Mythical Beast Cerberus, Electromagnetic Turtle, Chocolate. I mean, we have some really staple Dark Magician cards and some really off-brand, like off-meta cards for Yugi's deck too. I mean, obviously he used it in the movie Sorcerer of Dark Magic, but never in the anime. So I thought that was funny. Lord of the Heavenly Prison, it's a very weird card that doesn't really have an archetype at all, but I like having this because it protects your face-down cards. And if you activate a face-down card during your opponent's turn, it could really help you set up a future card in the future. Because you're allowed to, like, if you play a card during your opponent's turn, and you're allowed to set a card on your side of the field, and this card provides protection for your set cards. When you reveal this card in your hand, your opponents are not allowed to destroy your set cards. So if you're worried about your opponent having a lot of back row removal, this card can help you with that. If the cards, for whatever reason, if you don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh, how the currencies work in this game, if there is an N next to the card, it's considered a normal card, very common. If there's an R, it's considered rare. SR, secret rare, UR, ultra rare. The ultra rare cards are usually the best cards you can get in the archetypal Yu-Gi-Oh game, so those cards are really hard to come by. And again, if you're wondering like why I don't have something like Ash Blossom or Evenly Match or Triple Tactics, it's because those cards are very expensive, and I like wasting my money on cards for fun and less for cards for meta purposes. So again, these are all the cards we have. Very traditional Dark Magician cards. Nothing I would consider to be super off meta. We do have Fusion Armament, which is kind of a weird pick for us, just because that's really to help us with Dragon Master Magia to get that card out onto the field. But this was mostly what we were using for our deck at the time. We played a couple rank games with these, and we were having some success in the lower rankings. I think the highest I've ever gotten in the ranked seasons was like Gold 3 or whatever, and that's really low, because obviously we're not going to climb too much higher with a deck like this. You need to, like, I would have to shorten it down to 40 cards, and I don't like playing games like that. They just seem super boring. I like having a lot of variety, a lot of options in my deck, even if I'm not likely to draw the options I need when I need them. But you know what, dude? It's fun. I like playing with my cards. Eventually, when what's it called? The Shining Sarcophagus cards did get added to that. A lot of the illusion cards came with it, and we finally were able to update our deck from that to this. And again, we are missing a lot of cards that we had in our OG deck, in our IRL deck, because the IRL deck has lots of really banned cards, or very expensive cards, in this game's format. So this is basically what we have in as a substitute. So we have 1 copy Dark Magician instead of multiple copies like we had in our original first version of our deck. Magician Souls, Magic Rebo, Magician's Rod, Emissary of the House of Wax, more Marshmallow, Silver Gadget, and Gold Gadget. Really helps with Gadget Trio for getting that out as a special summon. We have all these Shining Silent Magician Zero, Gadget Trio. Mahama, the Fairy Dragon's really cool because it's kind of like a Mirror Force where you can either gain life points or deal damage based off if you get hit by a battle damage, so that's always helpful. Dark Magician Girl, Princess Illusion, Nightmare Apprentice, Archmage Advent. Obviously kept getting Georgie, and then we have Void Burial, the Dragon Undertaker. It's kind of like a Slifer stand-in because Obviously, this card can't destroy cards by battle, but like it says during the main phase of an opponent, if a monster your opponent controls is sent to the graveyard, you can activate the following effect based on where this card is at activation. So if they send a card from their field to the graveyard for whatever reason, or if the monster they control period goes to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from the hand. It's a 3,000 attack point beater. It can't be destroyed by battle, or it can't be destroyed by battles with this monster. But also, if this gets sent to the field and they keep sending cards from their hand or field to the graveyard, you can target a monster, make it lose 1,500 attack, and if it goes down to 0, it's destroyed. It's kind of like a Cypher stand-in, weirdly enough. And then we just keep going down the list so everybody has a chance to see it. Future Silence, Turn Silence, Eye of Illusion, Book of Lunar Eclipse. Ebon's Sun, I don't know why I like this card so much, but it's really fun. It does a lot of weird things where, like, if a face-up monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you gain life points equal to the combined original attack, which is really useful, helps you stay alive. If a monster is supposed to summon from the graveyard, except during a damage phase, target one monster that gains 1,000 attack. And if a spell or a trap is discarded from your hand to the graveyard, you can target one of them, add them back to your hand. So it's really helpful for recycling your cards. Just keep going through the list, and again, we're missing a lot of the cards I wish I could have. They're really expensive. I'm still working on it right now. It's kind of why I put this video off as long as I could, but I just said screw it and just decided to make a Master Duel video. Again, they're not really supposed to be meta cards. They're just for fun. I like the Yugioh deck. Eventually, we did get a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck going too, though. So for this deck, so again, it's a little bit different than the IRL version, just because their deck actually has to revolve around having 3 copies of Blue Eyes Red Dragon. So obviously we have 3, White Set of Legend, Maiden of the Eyes of Blue, Sage, White Set of Ancients, Manju of the 10,000 Hands, Keeper of the Shrine, Dragon Knight of Creation, King of D, Keeper of Dragon Magic, Condemned Witch, Dictator, Kaiser Voice Raider, Arcbrave Dragon, Alternative White Dragon, Divine Dragon Lord Felgran. These cards are really weird to have in the deck just because they revolve around being sent to the graveyard and bringing back from the graveyard. But they get really cool effects if they're ever special summoned from the grave. And this deck has ways of dumping your hand back into the graveyard. This deck is probably more competitive than my Yugioh deck, weirdly enough. I'm not sure why Kaiba's cards are so much easier to acquire than Yugioh's cards, but they definitely were. And this deck is a lot of fun too. Defusion is such a fun card to play. I've played this a couple times in competitive ranking as well. It's so fun to get out a big beater monster with a Blue Eyes fusion, and then use the fusion in order to bring out all the fusion materials during the battle phase. Not a lot of people suspect or not expect that, so I always found that really funny. Forbidden Chalice for the lands. We have some movie cards in here: Crystal Avatar, Champion's Vigilance, Awakening the Dragon, Defense Draw, Ring of Destruction, Mirror Force, Crush Card Virus. We have like the Fang of Critias in there too, if they have all the weird fusion monsters that are from that era of the show, which I always thought was funny. Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate, Dragon Master Magia. This deck actually has a really good easy time of summoning Dragon Master Magia. It's kind of funny. Azure Eyes, Silver Dragon. The Link monsters I'm not too crazy about. I might have to sub these Link monsters out at some point. They don't really help out a lot. But again, these are the decks we're using for Yu-Gi-Oh! Just for fun. If you guys like the decks below, you can pause the video or scroll really slowly if you want to see anything about the videos or anything about the cards in question. I have the links to the IRL decks down below. I don't think there's any way for me to link the card decks we have in this other than making the decks public, but again, I'm hoping that if you just go real slow with the decks, you can kind of see all the cards you have. Some of them you might just recognize just right off the bat, but other cards you're like, oh, what card is that? And again, their costs are on the screen too. If it's any of the symbols on the screen, it usually costs 30 of that type of currency in order to unlock the cards, so just keep that in mind for the future. Since we've shown off those decks, probably what we're going to do is we're probably going to play the solo mode, just to show off how they work and how they function. I think we're going to do best of 5 for... let's fight against the Monarch decks. We'll probably do best of 5 of our deck versus them. The Monarchs are really good at stopping you from using your extra deck for fusion summons. And they also use really powerful beat stick monsters that have lots of effects depending on which one gets summoned out to the field. This obviously isn't going to be a video as far as me teaching you how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! This is more just for fun, for us to actually watch me play the card game. We'll probably do 5 games with... Let's do the Blue Eyes deck first, and then we'll do best of 5 of... Well, I don't know if we're doing best of 5 or first of 5. Let's see how fast the duels go. If the duels are really fast, we might go best of 5, or it could be first of 5. Let's start with our Blue Eyes section first, and then afterwards, depending on how much time we have, we might switch to our Dark Magician deck. So if you want to skip around in the time codes down below, be sure to do so. And let's see if we can make some interesting matches. Do we want to go first or second? I always just pick random. I never want to go first or second. I always just let the game decide for me. Huh. Not a bad hand to start. Kaiser Voice Raider. If you have no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. If it destroys monsters by battle, it gains 500, and if something destroys it, that monster permanently loses 500. Always very useful. We'll set the White Stone of Ancients face down, and probably set enemy controller and end our turn. I'm not a big fan of the OST in this game either. I kind of hate the music that this game plays. I might play other music underneath. I mean, there's not a lot of, like, drawing effects in this game. But yeah, I think I might just cut out the music for sure. Actually, I'm gonna turn that background music all the way down. A Melody of Awakening Dragon. Discard 1 card to add up to 2 cards to dragon monsters. Probably gonna activate this now. Discard Return of the Dragon Lord, so that's a graveyard effect. Bring out Blue Eyes and Alternative Blue Eyes. Those are the 2 best cards to bring out for this. Alternative Blue Eyes White Dragon can be special summoned from the hand just by revealing it and showing off a Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's always a great way to get a big beat stick on the field to start with. We'll do Battle Phase, attack that face down card. Kaiser Voice Raider goes up in damage. Hit him with Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Main phase 2. Might flip summon this face up, and then special summon Spirit Dragon in case he tries to do something in the graveyard, because sometimes he does. To try to activate the graveyard effect. It also has a special effect where, what's it called? Neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. Again, yeah, if graveyard effect is activated, we can negate that effect. Do you want to use the effect of the White Stone of Ancient? Once per turn, if this card is in your graveyard because it was sent there at this turn, special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your deck. We'll say yes. Let's special summon Abyss Dragon. I think Alternative White Dragon is considered a Blue Eyes... Yeah, I was going to say, it's considered a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Special summon 1, or add Polymerization, Advanced Ritual, or Chaos Form. Let's go with Polymerization. During the end phase, you can add 1 level 8 or higher dragon monster from your deck to your hand. We'll say yes. I'm going to add Deep Eyes White Dragon. If he destroys one of my Blue Eyes White Dragon monsters in the field, it gives me another special summon back to the field. Main phase 1. Oh man, the AI is not really doing very well because it's not special summoning anything. This is usually a much tougher fight. Sage with Eyes of Blue. We're gonna activate the effect of Sage with Eyes of Blue, send our Kaiser Voice Raider to the graveyard, special summon another Blue Eyes White Dragon monster. Let's do Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. This one has the ability to attack. When it attacks, it bounces cards back to the hand. I think he's about to lose already. Activate the effect of Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Yes, bounce the back row card to his hand. Attack. And attack. Man, he didn't really get a chance to do anything. He kind of lost, like, at a perfectly. Math was on our side, weirdly enough. Easy victory, not too bad. It was okay. Let's try it again. And again, we'll go random. Oh, we're going first again. We'll see if he does a little bit better on the second turn. He usually sometimes stomps me depending on what I draw. Okay. When this card is normal summon, you can add one level 1 tuner from your deck to your hand. Yes, we're going to add Maiden with Eyes of Blue. I'm going to activate Vision. Show a card in your hand. Sure. Select a monster to special summon. We'll special summon our Blue Eyes White Dragon. Vision of Eyes of Blue can bounce back Sage with Eyes of Blue back to my hand. I would just like him in my hand more than I would like him on the field. We're going to set Mirror Force and end our turn. There we go. Now he's starting to get it started. Domain of the Monarchs. Once per turn, you can reduce the level of one of your 2800 attack monsters. Tributes one monster. He's allowed to bring another monster back from the graveyard again. The AI is just moving real fast right now. Oh no, he banished my Manju. Darn. Banishing a card from his deck, so I have to pick one of 3 spell cards from his deck to add back to his hand. I'd rather just do March of the Monarchs, so at least that's not going to let him draw more cards. Cannot be destroyed by card effects, also neither of them can target them with card effects. No point in activating Mirror Force, because it's not going to do anything for him. Nope. Do not activate Mirror Force. Okay, good. Manju comes back to my hand. That goes back to his hand as well. Alright, we get more of a duel now. Discard one level 8 monster, draw 2 cards. We're going to summon Maiden. Activate Sage by targeting a card on the field. Target our Maiden, and when our Maiden is targeted, her effect activates too. So I think the Maiden lets us special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon. Let's do it from our deck, so it mills the deck a little bit more. The Sage will let us take another one from our deck and add that. We'll bring out Abyss Dragon so that we can get the effect of Abyss. We're going to add Polymerization back to our hand. Think we should be fine just to fight. Blue Eyes White Dragon attack his Heavenly Monarch. Ether. Abyss Dragon attack him directly. We could use Polymerization. What can we link summon? Dragoonity Knight. Line of the Light Charmer. We could steal his Aether from his deck. I don't think that's worthwhile, though. We will end our turn. I think that's fine. Abyss Dragon, add 1 level 8 Dragon-type monster from our deck to our hand. Let's do... If he destroys another one of my dragons, Deep Eyes White Dragon could be protection because we can help wipe his field. Either this or Jet Dragon are usually the good, safe bets. Special summon this card from your hand, also can I be special summoned for the rest of the turn. Tributes it immediately. He shoves my Blue Eyes White Dragon back to the top of my deck. We don't want to use Mirror Force because it's not going to do anything. Although when that happens, Deep Eyes comes out to the field. He takes damage, and he gains the attack of a monster that's in the graveyard. We know it's our Blue Eyes White Dragon, but thankfully we have Trade-In, so we can discard it. Draw 2 more cards. Bingo Machine Go or Defense Draw. What do we have in our graveyard that we can activate? Abyss Dragon to give 1,000 to all of our dragon types on the field. Let's summon Manju to start. Let's bring out Chaos Max into our hand. And let's activate Bingo Machine Go. I'm going to take Ultimate Fusion, Jet Dragon. I'm allowed to pick 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon cards and either add them to my hand. And he picks one at random. He had a True Light, which is fine by me. We're going to set True Light. We're going to set Defense Draw. Other special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your hand. What can we even return? Can I bring back Manju to my hand to special summon Chaos Max? Can that work? I actually don't know. Oh, no, I can just bounce him back to my hand and just have him resummon to the field and get another ritual spell of some sort. Gonna attack his Monarch again. We're doing less damage than he's doing to us, but that's fine, because we're taking away his resources. Defense Draw should help us out on the next turn if he tries to hurt me. If he blows up my Deep Wise White Dragon, I'm gonna wipe out his field. Discard 1 card, special summon this card from your hand. Let's activate True Light now. Use the effect now. Set a spell or trap directly from the deck that mentions Blue Eyes in it. That's different from what I have on the field or the graveyard. Let's set Ultimate Fusion. He has a second copy of that card in his hand. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's gonna banish 1 card from my hand until the end phase. Max Dragon. Send that to the top of the deck. Send them both to the top of the deck. I think I can cast Mirror Force here to take down his smaller Monarch. Yeah, his bigger Monarch can attack. And then we'll use Defense Draw to draw a card. Yep. So we don't take damage from that. That was really close. Chaos Max comes back to my hand. We draw. Deep Eyes is back in our hand as well. True Light. Oh, we can't special summon because his Monarch is on the field. Let's special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from the graveyard. Yes, yes, yes. I think we have this in the bag. Summon Manju. We want Manju to bring us back another card. Let's do Advanced Ritual Art. We're gonna play Advanced Ritual Arts to send a normal monster from our graveyard, or from our deck to the graveyard to ritual summon something out of our hand. Chaos Max Dragon. Goodness. I think you're cooked, my friend. Destroy his Monarch 1 more time, and then Chaos Max Dragon can end the duel. Woo! Okay, so it's real smart for us not to use Mirror Force early, because I was worried that he was going to... It wasn't going to work against his main Monarch, but if he had attacked with his main Monarch first, I would have used Defense Draw to reduce that damage. So he was kind of in a lose-lose situation. I think we just got lucky with some of our draws. We'll go random again, and okay, we're going second. So I think we said we're going to do... Let's do best of 5 versus first to 5. So we'll see if we win this game. We can start playing against him with our Yugioh deck instead. He plays 1 card face down. Awesome. Jet Dragon. Okay. We're gonna summon Dragon Knight of Creation and attack whatever his face down card is. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can send it to the graveyard. You can send 1 level 7 or 8 dragon monster from your deck to the graveyard. We usually like to do Divine Dragon Lord Felgrand or Arcbrave. Arcbrave is probably better because this guy likes to use a lot of spells and traps. We're going to set enemy controller, and we are going to... We could use this effect now, but it doesn't do anything because my opponent doesn't have any spell or traps on his side of the field. I'm hoping that enemy controller will help us. Oh, he again doesn't play anything. Oh, come on, dude. You were doing really well in the last duel. Let's battle again. Use the effect of Dragonite of Creation once more. We could send Blue Eyes White Dragon and use Silver's Cry to bring him back to the field. Yeah, why not? Silver's Cry. This brings back a normal Dragon-type monster from our graveyard. We'll bring back the Blue Eyes we just sent. Blue Eyes will attack you directly. And main phase 2, don't think we have anything else we can send. Once again, I'm not going to use Dragonite's Creations effect quite yet. The opponent hasn't played anything big yet. He doesn't have special spells or traps on the field yet. Wow, he is just playing back-to-back face-down cards. He must not have nothing in his hand. We're going to summon Manju to get another ritual spell. Give me Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon instead. Let's at least use Dragonite of Creation's effect. Send one card from my hand to the graveyard. Let's send Dret Dragon. Let's bring back Arcbrave Dragon. Would have been more impressive assuming he had any spell or traps on his side of the field. Special summon Jet Dragon from my graveyard if something is destroyed on the field. And as long as I have a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field or in the graveyard. Let's use Jet Dragon to attack directly. And if you do end a match using a special monster like Blue Eyes White Dragon, it actually has a finisher move. Blah! I think it's like this White Lightning attack. I don't know how many monsters in the game have special finishers like that, but Blue Eyes White Dragon, I know Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician both have special finishers that do exactly that. Okay, so best of 5, Blue Eyes White Dragon swept it 3-0. It doesn't. I usually play this game while I'm at work, and it's not always a 3-0 or a clean sweep. Sometimes we just get really bad hands, and we just lose immediately. So let's try our Dark Magician deck and see if this one does just as good. If we clean sweep this one as well, I think we're doing first our best of 5. If we clean sweep this one, we'll probably go to a much more difficult opponent to face as far as in the solo mode. I think the Gem Knights are pretty tough to beat. Okay, our hand is also pretty good here. Okay, but he's going first, so he's gonna start getting his stuff going. Let's see. Yes! I was like, if I draw a gold gadget or a silver gadget, we're set. All right, we're gonna use Future Silence to add Gadget Trio into our hand. We are going to special summon Apprentice Illusion by sending our Emissary to the graveyard. Nightmare Apprentice. Use the effect to add an illusion monster from our deck to our hand. We only have one other illusion monster, which is Void Burials, which is cool. So even if they out something on my side of the field, Void Burial is ready in the wings. We will normal summon Gold Gadget, which will allow us to special summon Gadget Trio. And Gadget Trio lets us add a Shining Sarcophagus or one spell or trap that mentions it from the deck to the hand. We will add the Ties That Bind. We're going to play Shining Sarcophagus, and we're going to activate the Ties That Bind, which lets us special summon 2 more Shining Sarcophagus monsters as long as Shining Sarcophagus is already on the field. We are going to special summon Silent Magician 0 and Silent Magician 0. And then we're going to set Metal Hold, the Moving Blockade, face down for protection for our gadgets. We're going to use Shining Sarcophagus one more time to bring another monster from the deck to our hand. Let us bring more Marshmallow on. Even if they destroy one monster on the field, I will special summon this thing from the hand on his turn, and we will deal with it then. So Nightmare Apprentice can't destroy anything, but she can do good damage, so we're going to use Silent Magician 0 to attack Ida. We'll use Gadget Trio to attack that. Silent Swordsman, Gold Gadget, Nightmare Apprentice. Like, look at how good our field is already, right off the bat. And we're using, like, weird cards like the Gadget monsters. Gold Gadget, Silver Gadget, Metal Hold. They're really fun cards. Alright, so he's gonna banish that card, target one monster, special summon it back to the field. When that card's normal summoned. Oh no! What are you doing? Are you banishing it, or where are you sending it? Oh, you're sending it to the top of my deck. I'm going to... Gadget Trio. We're going to just summon more Marshmallow. Face up on the... or in defense position. Now he can't attack anything other than more Marshmallow if their Shining Sarcophagus is on the field. We're going to draw. We drew Nightmare Magician once more. Alright, Silent Swordsman goes up. Gonna use the effect of Silent Sarcophagus to add another card from our deck to our hand. Let us add Dark Magician, the Magician of Black Magic, just in case. We can't get over his Ryza as we are. We could summon Voiburial and have him destroy... Well, we can't have him destroy it because he doesn't... He can't destroy cards by combat. We could bring out Blackluster Soldier, but his effects only really work when we have a level 7 or higher on the field. We could sacrifice 2 monsters in order to summon our Dark Magician and then link into Blackluster Soldier. I don't want to do that quite yet, so we're going to battle with Swordsman 0. Take down that card. And we are going to end our turn. He can't get over my more Marshmallow, and he can't target my Shining Sarcophagus because it can't be destroyed by monster effects. Every standby phase and every draw phase, but both of them go up in power, and they gain extra effects. Magicalized Fusion, okay. He goes up again to 3,000, so he's a little bit stronger. Now he's too strong, though, because I was going to use him for our link. Well, is it level 7 or higher? Or higher monster. Okay, we're going to link into... Blackluster Soldier. So let's get rid of Silent Swordsman. I know this is kind of a risky move, but I want to keep the gadgets on the field because I want to bring out Metal Hold. We're going to activate Metal Hold, the Moving Blockade, because we basically lost our more Marshmallow. But with Metal Holds on the field, and these 2 cards are equipped to him, he's a 3,000 beater. And if summoned this way, the blah blah blah. If summoned this way, the card gains attack equal to the combined attack of the monsters equipped to it. By this effect, monsters your opponent controls cannot target monsters you control for attacks except for this one. Also, your opponent cannot target monsters you control with card effects except for this one. So he becomes a more Marshmallow for just the gadget monsters, which is really good because we have a bunch of gadgets in the deck. We're going to special summon Dark Magician because we can do that if we have Shining Sarcophagus on the field. We're going to activate Shining Sarcophagus again to add another Shining card to the hand. Will you bring out Dark Magic Mirror Force for even more protection for the cards in the field? And now we battle. And the music changes, and when it changes like that, it means that you probably have enough... Oh, he's going to tribute something. Wow, you destroyed my cards, but Gadget Trio brings out a Stronghold, the Hidden Fortress instead. Wow, what a jerk. Well, Blackluster Soldier, destroy his Mega Monarch. We're gonna banish 1 card on the field. Let's banish whatever his face down is. And attack with Dark Magician. And I could play Magicalized Fusion, but I don't think I have enough spellcasters in the graveyard for it to do anything. No, I don't. We'll just end our turn for right now. Don't think he has anything that can out any of my monsters. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. You cannot special summon... Wait, what did it do just now? You cannot special summon monsters in the extra for the rest of the turn. Also special summon cards. And if you do, change that monster to face-down defense position. Oh. I'm gonna bring out Stronghold anyways, just in case he tries to attack. Because if he tries to attack, Stronghold can negate an attack. Oh, he just ends his turn. Well, sure. Oh, Magician's Soul. We drew that on our last draw for the turn. Send it to the graveyard. Send one Dark Magician to the graveyard. Special summon one Dark Magician to the field. Boom. We'll flip the other Dark Magician face up on the field. Stronghold gets stronger. And we can see Dark Magician's finishing move this time around. Even though there's multiple cards in the game that are considered Dark Magician, just like there are multiple cards that are considered Blue Eyes, only the OG versions of each of them get that special finishing move, unfortunately. But it's whatever. We'll go random again. First duel took a little bit longer than our first duel with the Blue Eyes deck, but that's because ours is, I think it's Kaiba's deck is what they call a beatdown deck. Our deck is considered what they call a strategy deck. The Dark Magician deck relies a lot on combos, while the Kaiba deck relies a lot on getting out big monsters to beat your opponent down with. Alright, we're going to special summon Magician's Rod. Add a Dark Magician card from our deck to our hand. We'll do our field spell, Magician's Salvation. Play that. We're going to set Eternal Soul face down. You can special summon this card by discarding one card from your hand. We're going to discard our Dark Magician. And we can battle now. Attack. That. And attack that. I don't think turn silence. No, turn silence doesn't really help us because we don't have Shining Sarcophagus on the field, so we're going to keep this in our hand. What did Ido just do? You can banish this card, target one monster with 800 attack / 1000 defense in your graveyard, except Ido's special summon in defense position. Okay. He's going to special summon another card from the deck. Tribute them both. Summon Mobius, the Mega Monarch. He's going to destroy my spells right off the bat, so that's why I didn't activate Eternal Soul immediately, because if I had that face up on the field, it would wipe my monsters. And we're going to summon Bahamut from our hand in defense. Inflict damage to him. Well, let's gain to the battle damage you took. No, inflict damage to him instead. Because it's only 800, but 800 life points for us is not that big a deal. For him, he can't afford to lose them. Alright, Timaeus the United Dragon. Alright, let's summon Timaeus. We're going to send Silent Magician to 0 from our hand. We're going to... Interesting. We're going to crash Timaeus into his Mega Monarch. Attack with our Magician's Rod. That was probably a really dumb thing to do. But we didn't get our Dark Magician out on the field or our protection for our spell cards, so didn't really have much of a choice. Oh, thankfully he doesn't have anything to play. He didn't expect us to crash. And now we can special summon something. Target one monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon to the zone this points to. What dark monster does he have? Nothing really. It's just an extra beater monster on our side of the field. It's probably worth it just because Magician's Rod is not as strong. And while we have a 2500 defense monster, all of their beat stick monsters are 2800 defense, so it wouldn't really help us. At least if Gloom is destroyed, we would add another card from our deck to our hand. Battle. Oh, now he has a monster in his graveyard to special summon to my side of the field. I'll take that, so you can't use that for anything. set Stronghold to Hidden Fortress face down, and we'll end our turn. We got lucky. He had a Dark Monster that wasn't banished. Oh, he only has enough time to play another face-down card. Activate the effect of Magician's Rod. Tribute one spellcaster monster. Add this card to your hand. Sure. Magician's Rod being added back to our hand could be very useful. Thank you. Swords of Revealing Light. We should play it just to see what he has face down. It's probably nothing that big, but we always like to check. Okay. Huh. Let's special summon Magician's Rod. Activate the effect by adding another Dark Magician spell card from our deck to our hand. What do we have in the grave? Dark Magician's in there. Let's add Dark Magical Circle. This might give us an opportunity to get something else out in the field. Let's look at the top 3 cards of our deck. And let's put those in that order. Switch Stronghold into attack battle. Attack that. There we go, and then we will end our turn. Okay. I don't want him to get a chance to... Well, maybe we get a chance to have him mill a different card. He adds that to his hand. Okay. Alright, Dark Magician Girl comes back to my hand. We can summon this by tributing one monster. Let's tribute his vassal. Dark Magician Girl gets a power boost from having... whatever he has face down is definitely 1,000 defense. Yeah. Add it to your hand. It's not going to help you because I don't think you're living. Oh, will you live? I think you'll live. I think the math works out in your favor. Okay, and then we'll add Turn Silence to increase his level by 3. And I think we're gonna link summon back into... oh. How many spells do we have on the field? We have those 2. How many spells do you have in your graveyard? A couple. Let's bring out Selena, Queen of the Magicians. I was gonna get Blackluster Soldier out, but I think Maeve is actually better because, at least with this, we can bring back our Dark Magician. Remove 3 spell counters from her. Special summon 1 Dark Spellcaster from our graveyard. Activate the effect of Dark Magical Circle. Banish this field spell. There we go. Now we end our turn. Then we have the ability to special summon 1 more Dark Spellcaster from our graveyard. Summon 1 Monarch Spell, a trap. Nope, not quite yet. You still can't attack. Nope, it's okay. We'll take that equipped spell instead. Gets out another copy of his field spell. Special summon something into defense, but its effects are negated. Reduce something's level by 2 in order to special summon something to the field. Oh, he chose not to do anything. Okay. Dark Renewal. Target 1 spellcaster monster. Let's bring out our Apprentice Illusion Magician. And then we'll battle with Dark Magician. And we will end our turn. If he tries to normal summon something, I'm going to use Dark Renewal to immediately out it. I definitely don't want him to get that Tribute one out. You can pick another equip card to special summon something else to the field. And we are going to activate Dark Renewal. Let's take that, send my Apprentice Illusion. Special summon a monster to the field. What do we have in the deck still? Magician of Dark Illusion is considered a Dark Magician monster. That'll let us banish another card on the field because it's considered a Dark Magician. Let's banish your back row card. And activate Magician's Rod? Sure, we can do that too. Let us tribute our Magician of Dark Illusion. He's going to summon it to the field. It won't really matter. It's still going to be just banished. Alright, Dark. Alright, Swords Revealing Light is finally gone. Man, is he being obnoxious. I'm surprised he's lasted this long. And I haven't drawn any of my Shining Archetypal cards yet either, because I keep getting the same cards over and over again. Let's use Soul Servant to put another card on top of our deck. That's a Dark Magician card. Let's pick Magician Salvation just in case if I need the field spell again. We're going to banish Soul Servant to let us draw cards equal to the number of Dark Magicians we have in the graveyard. We'll play Magician Salvation. There's nothing else to set from the deck this time around, but that's okay. Let's play Polymerization. Let's get out the Dark Magicians. Let's tribute Selene and Dark Magician again. Special summon the Dark Magicians. Alright, let's battle. Let's end this already. And the Dark Magicians attack directly. There we go, finally. Man, he really was putting up a halfway decent fight near the end. Yay. Alright, retry one more time. Okay. Now we have our third and final duel, potentially, if the AI somehow beats us. I mean, they're not putting up a tremendous fight, but they are giving us a little bit of a decent go-around. Having to have us think around their tactics. Eberus, okay. Pantheism of the Monarchs. Gonna activate Pantheism, send one Monarch spell card to the graveyard, draw 2. Banish that, and then have us pick between 3 cards in your deck. Really wants us to pick his field spell for some reason. Huh, he didn't normal summon anything. Magician's Navigation. Let's activate Dark Magical Circle. Let's see the top 3 cards of our deck. That looks fine. Ideally, I should have played Gadget Trio first, but oh well, too late. We've already messed up our combo. Because now I'm going to play Gadget Trio. Yes, use the effect of Gadget Trio to add something to our hand. We're going to add Shining Sarcophagus. We're going to play Shining Sarcophagus. We're going to play Ebon Sun, which lets us get a little bit more utility on the field for our special summon monsters. We're going to add Dark Magician from our deck to our hand. We're going to special summon Dark Magician from our hand to the field. Dark Magical Circle takes place now, and now we can banish... Let's banish Ida, because that one's a much more utility-heavy card for them. We're going to set Magician's Navigation just in case, and now we're going to battle. Gadget Trio attack that. Dark Magician attack you directly. And now we end the turn. Erebus is here. If you can send 2 Monarch spells. Return of the Monarchs. Or rather pick Return. Ow, I lose 1100, but then I gain 25. Soul Servant. We're going to special summon Magician's Rod. Activate the effective Magician's Rod. We're going to bring out Magician's Salvation. We're going to use Soul Servant to start with. What can we get on the top of the deck? Is that Dark Magician considered a Dark Magician in the graveyard? Oh, he's only on the field. Oh, we might have misplayed again. Dang it. Because I want to use the effect of Shining Sarcophagus for sure. Oh, man. Misplays like this are why, like, playing in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't do very well, because I always misplay with stuff like this. Let's just bring out Magic Haribo. I don't think it's going to matter, because I don't think we can banish Soul Servant. No, we can't. Because I have to play Magician's Salvation at some point in order to set our... What's it called? To set our frickin' Eternal Soul, but I don't want to do that because I'll shuffle the top of the deck. But I already misplayed because it's whatever. I'll add Future Silence just because this might be a little bit more useful. Going to... Oh, do I want to set a card? I do not want to set a card because I want to attack. If I activated this during the battle phase while you control Shining Sarcophagus and a monster that mentions it, each player draws until they have 6. So, yes, I want to switch Gadget Trio into defense mode. When a battle, we want to swing our Magician's Rod into his Erebus. Use Future Silence. We want to add more Marshmallow from our deck to our hand for some protection. And then we draw 5 more cards. And... no, we don't want to use Soul Servant quite yet. I want to take the damage, because I have life points to spare. Activate Ebon Sun, so I get 1,600 back. Alright, and then we want to end our battle phase. So now we want to play Monster Reborn. Bring back our Dark Magician of Black Magic. Okay, we're course correcting. We made a mistake in the beginning of the turn, but we're course correcting. Activate the effect of Ebon Sun. Grant him the attack bonus. And now we can play Soul Servant. So what card are we going to put on the top of our deck? Magician Souls, for sure. Ebon Sun gives us an extra 1,000, and we banish this card. We're going to activate one of our Soul Servants. So we draw the Magician Souls. I'm going to hold on to that. I don't want to play it quite yet because I can't banish another monster this turn anyways. And we will end our turn. We have a pretty full field right now. He has a full hand. I don't think he drew a lot, though. I think he already had like 4 cards in his hand. Gonna special summon more Marshmallow on just so we can only attack this card in case. Activate Shining Sarcophagus. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can send discard 1 spell card, target that monster, send it back to the grave. Send Swords of Revealing Light. Send his Mithra back to the graveyard. Activate Ebon Sun, because I discarded a card from my hand for a card effect activation. I can add swords back to our hand. Do I want to use the effect of Magician's Rod? I do not. Activate the effect of Magician's Rod on the graveyard. I have to tribute a Spellcaster, which is only Dark Magician, though I don't want to do that. trying to target my Dark Magician, but I think I can use Dark Magic Mirror Force. Oh, no, I can't because I can't target his cards. No, you jerk! You banished my Dark Magician. You jerk. Activate Shining Sarcophagus first. And yes, Magician's Navigation as well. This effect order will resolve in reverse, so we can special summon Dark Magician first. And bring out our Dark Magician girl. Shining Sarcophagus lets us add another card from the deck to the hand. Add Archfiend's Advent, just in case we need some protection. Dark Magical Circle lets us banish his back row monster for the chibi protection. Soul Servant banishes again to let us draw 2 more cards. Okay, I gotta link stuff away just to clear space on the field. I think I know how to do this. We're gonna use Timaeus to send Dark Magician Girl to the graveyard, bring out Timaeus. But we can't get over his... You know what we could do, though? Oh, we should have switched something else into attack mode. No! Dang it. I didn't think this through enough. I thought my monsters were not in defense. I could crash Timaeus into him, but I don't really want to. Dang it. I should have attributed for the Vassal token for Archfiend's Advent. And we would have had the muscle to finally take him down. So now that we're not the only one controlling a fusion summon or a tribute summon monster, because Archfiend Advent's on the field, his field spell doesn't work anymore, and now we have access to the extra deck again. So let's activate Timaeus United Dragon. Let's bring out... we have 2 spell cards. He's only got 2. Let's bring out Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. Let's send Timaeus and Dark Magician to the graveyard. Special summon Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. Activate Magician's Salvation, sure. Target Dark this one. Bring back this Dark Magician Girl. Activate the effect of Ebon's Sun, which gives her an extra 1,000. So she is the strongest monster on the field. We could link away 2 monsters, including a Dark Monster. Nah. We're good now. Yeah, I mean, we can't really do anything. I misplayed again, unfortunately. Which is really stupid, but what can I do? The AI is thinking now. He doesn't know what to do either. Oh, he's gonna try to tribute something on my side of the field. I don't want you to. I'm gonna banish this. You are not tributing my Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. Because that's protecting my spell cards, and my spell cards are protecting him. Use the effect of Magician's Rod. Oh, well, we got it now. It's okay, we can bring her back here in a second. Okay, he's playing defensive now. I can special summon this card from my hand by discarding a card. We'll discard Swords of Revealing Light. Summon this. Activate Nightmare Apprentice. Activate Ebon's Sun. Bring back Swords back to our hand because we use it to pay a cost. Bring out Void Burial to our hand. Man, our field is stacked, and I'm trying to clear up space. Let's use Dark World the Dark Charmer to get rid of Nightmare Apprentice and Gadget Trio. There we go. Now we can use the effect of this, send this to the graveyard, along with Dark Magician of Dark Magician of Dark Illusion, special summon a monster to the field, special summon Dark Magician. Alright, we're about to win. Activate Dark Magical Circle, banishes Monarch, activate Magician Salvation, target our Dark Magician, activate Ebb and Sudden yet? No, not quite yet. Because it'll give us another opportunity to use it on Dark Magician Girl. Now we can use the effect of Ebb and Sun on Dark Magician Girl. So she's technically the strongest on the field. Alright, now we can whip his ass. Dark Magician attacks that face down card first. Add it to your hand. It's not going to help you because you're not going to live past this turn anyways. Dark Magician the Dragon Knight attack directly. And then Dark Magician Girl attack directly. Oh, wow. No, I think I can use... Shining Sarcophagus doesn't work? Darn it. You obnoxious little thing. Whatever. And now we have Archfiend's Advent to finish the job. Easy peasy. See, this deck is also really good at, like, just comboing off different cards. And you wouldn't think these cards work together the way that they do, but man, is it satisfying. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun. Let's try... you know what? No, we're gonna end it here, guys. I mean, I'm having fun playing the game, but I mean, I gotta provide some content for the next episode, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna stop here. Again, I like Master Duel. I like playing with my cards the way that we're playing. I like the OG anime. I like, you know, picking cards that, you know, are just fun to play with and not necessarily super meta. Because, again, I'm playing a lot of solo games. I don't really play ranked games. Maybe we'll try an episode or two of ranked play, but I don't really like burdening myself with trying to play super competitive. Because, again, my deck is not a competitive deck. They're just for fun decks. And against, like, you know, these archetypal things you can play in the solo mode. I mean, we can probably do a couple videos on progressing through the solo modes and just battling through all the different encounters that we can do through these games. Maybe we'll try that instead. Yeah, maybe we will try that. I'm not too sure. I'll figure it out. Anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Be sure to subscribe, because we will do more Master Duel at some point. We're still plugging away at all of our games right now. If you want to leave any comments on how trash my decks are, whether they're the real-world decks or the in-game decks, I mean, go ahead. But like I said in the very beginning of the episode, these decks are just for fun. They are not meant to be played competitively. I mean, they probably still have some gaps here and there, but again, I like playing them just for fun. Anyways, guys, we will catch you guys all in the next one.